YoungHotelier.com is delighted to be joined today with Willie, who is a chef de cuisine, a very renowned man here in the Dubai marketplace. Thank you for taking the time to join us, Willie.
Thank you.
Can you tell us why you became a chef initially?
I mean, I decided with 15 years after my school to become a chef because I was always interested to cook food, to see food, how it's already my mother inspired me to cook. She have her fresh gardens and everything, you know, the herbs she made herself. And that's why, you know, it's a creative job, you know.
So a creative job inspired by your mother?
Exact, you know.
Excellent. I hope your mom is watching.
I'm from Austria. We have everything fresh, you know. My mother have the tomatoes, the herbs, and everything. My grandpa he had a farm. We had the own pigs, the animals, a lot of deer, you know. And this was quite interesting.
Very good. What was, I suppose, was there any one point that defined, you know, in your career when you decided, okay, this is it, I want to be a chef for the rest of my life?
I mean, it comes then from alone, you know. First you need to learn your basics.
Okay.
And then once you cook your own food, after your learning period, I mean, it needs a long time. You need maybe 10 years until you are able to cook your own food, to put your own food on the plate, you know.
And make your
then
mark.
it gets really interesting. And this is also the time then where you start to earn your own money.
Okay.
Because until a chef earns money after the learning period, and this is already your work.
I think that's
10
very
years,
good advice, yeah, for people who are watching this possibly,
Yes.
that, you know, as you said, the 10-year time frame, there's no money being earned.
No, you don't
or no
save,
mark on the plate.
You don't save any money the first 10 years, but as soon you have your own
And
restaurant.
when you've arrived at that place, it's obviously worthwhile?
Yes, then it's
worthwhile.
You know.
Okay. Well, tell me, I suppose, a couple of the very interesting highlights that you've had in your career to date. When did you start?
Where I started to be a chef, I started in Austria. I worked a lot around in Austria.
Okay.
And then now 6 years ago, I came to Dubai,
Right.
and I got my restaurants where I created my own food. And I learned still here a lot. I learned Asian food. Like here in Dubai is a very good place to learn Asian food.
Right.
And Italian food, all, you know, the classic food, because here you have chefs from around the world, you know. Okay. And Dubai inspires me a lot, you know, still.
There's a lot of upcoming restaurants and hence a lot of competition, and hence...
Competition is big. And you need to, it's very fast, the city. You need new things all the time. You need to create new things, you know. Like me, I'm doing maybe a year, 80, 90 new recipes.
Really?
Yeah.
80 new recipes in a year?
Of course, what you did before changing, you need to change, you know, because if you don't improve your restaurant, it will die. If you cook the same food in the same restaurant, the restaurant dies here, you know.
I mean, is there any other qualities that people would look for in successful chefs?
The quality of successful chefs is creativity, is to keep the standard,
right?
Be a trainer.
Be a trainer.
It's very important.
Interesting.
Because, like me, I think the moment I have 18 chefs around me, and
you're teaching
you teach, you know, you give this to the next person, they're giving it to the next person, and this is very important, to be a good trainer.
Interesting, okay. What advice would you offer to people who are considering entering into a culinary career in a kitchen?
They need to be sure that they want to cook. If you just want to be a chef to earn some money, forget about it.
Okay.
You need to love to cook.
To love to cook, okay. Simple.
Simple.
And would you think that nowadays, as you said, the fast-paced environments such as Dubai, and that training within a kitchen is adequate, or do you think that a schooling is required?
I mean both, you know. A school, like we're a huge hotel with, I think, 40, 50 restaurants here, and we're doing some cooking classes.
Interesting.
We are picking new people and teach them all the basics, but it's also in the kitchen you need to do a proper training.
Right.
And it's both, you know.
So I suppose the operational experience along
Yes. Like me, I look for the training in the kitchen, the operation training for new food, what they create. I need to do recipes, I need to train the staff and they need to cook like this. But also we are doing a cooking class for around with all the basics, French basic cooking school. It's from the mother sauces, from looking at the product, the quality of the product, how you fillet the fish, how you cut the beef and everything, because we're getting people here that don't know.
Can you tell us a funny experience that you had in a kitchen?
I mean, there are many things.
Any fingers lost or toes?
Thank you, until now.
No.
But it's always funny, like you get very flexible in kitchen. Like sometimes we are doing 70, 80 guests without any electricity in the kitchen. You always manage somehow. After this, you are laughing
How
about
are you
these
cooking
things.
for 70 guests without electricity?
Yeah, you go and run around, get some gas stoves and everything very fast, and then you manage always somehow. And after this, you're laughing. Of course, you're under stress, but it's sometimes a mess. But in the end of the day,
Obviously, hence you have to be a good decision maker. I'm thinking
exactly
to learn how to cook for 70 people.
Very quick decisions in this case,
Okay.
But it works always somehow.
Very good. So we've learned, Willie, that you're, through the hospitality grapevine, that you're writing a book at the moment.
It's a nice...
Exciting time?
It's a very exciting time for me,
Yeah.
And I'm working now 2 months already, and hopefully it's ready in 2 months more, because we are creating a lot new food for this book, specialty. And well, let's see.
You're putting together all the recipes and...
We're putting in the moment the recipes. Now the ideas are ready.
Right.
And now I'm working for the recipes, and then I go, thanks God, for 3 weeks in vacation, and after my vacation we're doing the photographs.
And if it's not done, then you're not going on vacation.
Exactly. I wanted to get ready before the vacation.
So tell me, what is it that we're making?
I make you now a seafood bonbon. Yeah. I show you now how to do a seafood bonbon. Just a technique. I will not cook it, but it's
Yes, no, that's a good technique to
very
learn.
interesting. You can use any fish, salmon or scallop is preferable. Yeah. Okay.
Scallops that you're using, do you flatten them all out?
You just flatten them out and cut it with this ring then, yeah?
Okay.
We have here salmon, yeah? Okay, you flatten this out a bit, okay? Then we take a fish mousse, you can do any stuffing you can do. It's just,
What's in the fish mousse?
it's minced fish, prawns, a little bit cream and egg white, yeah? It's a classic fish mousse, yeah?
Fish prawns,
Yeah?
cream and egg white.
And egg white, yeah? And then we put this here inside, yeah? Nice in the center. And then you wrap this like this. Okay? Yes. And this is a technique how to make a bonbon. Now, yes? And this you just need to cook. You poach shortly in the water,
okay.
yes, and then you can put it on the plate or something. Put the plastic off, and put it on the plate, and put nice sauce or a nice form on top or something.
Would that be used as a starter, or like would you do?
I mean, like me, I put it as elements. You know, I have maybe a nice piece of fish. I have here a little mashed potato, sitting this bonbon on top, put a little bit form on top.
So
you know,
more of a decoration.
it's just a technique.
Okay, and you can
What I showed you now.
poach it like this.
Yeah, you can poach it like this, and then you take the plastic off, it's cooked, and then you put it on the plate. You can be very creative with this technique, you can put anything inside. It doesn't need to be fish mousse, it can be, like last time I did scallop and black pudding. A scallop bonbon with black pudding.
Flattened out and black pudding.
Yeah, nice.
You've developed a reputation here for one of the best fish restaurants in town. Can you tell us a little bit about how you've achieved that reputation?
Yeah, you achieve it through hard work, creativity, and to keep the standard, and I think we're doing quite well in the moment.
Well, we look forward to possibly coming back and with a published copy and getting a signing for younghotelier.com of your book.
You're welcome.
And we wish you every success with it.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you too.